All right, here we go with some more Tom Waits Rain Dogs. Probably his most classic and known record. Uh, this is not cheap. This is an original copy and it's a little pricey. This one's also a little pricey. Tom Waits Frank's Wild Years. I would argue some of his very greatest stuff. Tom Waits Small Change. An anthology of Tom Waits. Probably some early Tom Waits. Tom Waits live album, his early live one called Big Time. There was a theatrical, dramatic stage performance film that was made in the mid to late 80s. Really good stuff. Tom Waits Swordfish Trombones, Revolver, Rubber Soul, Brothers in Arms by Dire Straits, Crosby, Stills and Nash, their debut. Let It Bleed. This is a pricier OG copy. In great shape. Rolling Stones Steel Wheels. Robert Cray False Accusations. Robert Cray Strong Persuader. David Allan Coe For the Record. The First 10 Years. It's an anthology of the first 10 years of David Allan Coe. Bob Dylan and the Band Again. That's a live Dylan in the band. Abbey Road, of course. Hey Jude. Dylan, Blood on the Tracks. Grateful Dead, American Beauty. Another American Beauty. Howlin' Wolf. This is kind of like a chess remaster series. Near mint condition, perfect shape there, or almost. Howlin' Wolf, The Real Folk Blues, classic 80s edition of that, I believe. The London Howlin' Wolf Sessions. That's a classic. Here's something you don't see every day. Folkways Records, who always puts out the deep stuff. Folkways, keeping it real. This is selections by Memphis Slim. It's called Memphis Slim Favorite Blues Singers. Not exactly sure what's up with that, but it looks really cool. The classic Blues Breakers, John Mayall and Eric Clapton. Bob Dylan Desire. Blood on the Tracks Again. Here's Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf. That's got to be good. This is a collection of Herbie Hancock on Blue Note. It's got Maiden Voyage. It's got Watermelon Man. Don't know all of the material on this intimately myself, but it's prime Herbie Hancock. ZZ Top Diguello. To me, kind of towards the end of the run of the greatest ZZ Top, at least in my opinion, from their first album to this. Great stuff. Paul Simon Graceland, wonderful record. Some Jeff Healey Band. Rest in peace, Jeff Healey. He was in the movie Roadhouse, you know. Here we got some Buddy Guy. Buddy Guy with Junior Wells. They liked to play together back in the day. Another Buddy Guy. Chicago Golden Years. Some anthology double record set. Here we got a classic triple record set by the Grateful Dead. This one's called Europe 72. You guys know it. You know more about the Dead than I do, I'm sure. Stevie Nicks Belladonna, Fleetwood Mac Mirage. This is the peak of their pop 80s. You know, it's not Rumors. It's not the self-titled album before Rumors. But, I don't know. I kind of like all Fleetwood Mac. Like, all eras of Fleetwood Mac. I love this record. Quiet Riot Metal Health. Just kick-ass pop metal record. Got Breakfast Club soundtrack again. That just got reissued recently. That's one that was hard to find used, at least in my parts around here. But Thankfully, they reissued it, and you can get a copy. Pretenders' debut album, classic. Synchronicity by the Police. Zenyatta Mandata by the Police. Everything Police rules. Face the Music by Electric Light Orchestra. It's got Evil Woman on it. Strange Magic. So, you have to have it. Strange Magic is on here. Combat Rock by The Clash. Some Clash fans might disavow this record. I think it's great. It's pop. It is what it is. I love it. This is Oxua Moxua. That's the best I can pronounce that. I'm not sure how you're supposed to say it. Classic. Grateful Dead. Grateful Dead in the 80s. In the Dark. It's got a touch of gray on it. I think that makes it kind of cool. Bad Influence, Robert Cray Band. Midnight Stroll, Robert Cray Band. Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, Robert Cray Band. Another Strong Persuader. Stevie Ray Vaughan. This one's with his brother, Jimmy Vaughan. This is Family Style. Persuasions. They were a cool a cappella group. Kind of trying to keep alive the idea of kind of the a cappella street corner groups in the doo-wop to early rock and roll era. But the Persuasions were unique. They like to do a lot of interesting covers of contemporary songs and stuff like that. Dire Straits Communique, early Dire Straits. Yeah, you know it. Live Bullet, Bob Seger. And here's a Best of Lynyrd Skynyrd that you don't see too often. It's got a super cool cover to it. If you're a completist or you don't have any Skynyrd or you just think the cover's super cool. And Steely Dan Countdown to Ecstasy, to me, some of the greatest Steely Dans on this record, although I'm a huge Steely Dan fan, so almost every one of their records I love. But this one has Bodhisattva. It's got King of the World, which is just a ruling tune, but I love My Old School, The Boston Rag, Your Gold Teeth. Come on, stop hating on Steely Dan.